And we're going to start with Captain Carter. Now, this issue technically came out, I think, last week, the week before, but I'm only getting to it now. And yeah, this is like running off the craze of her from What If. This is a new origin, I guess, of sorts of what Captain Carter's origin is, and kind of a play on Steve Rogers' origin. And yeah, we're going to see how it goes. So we're starting in the Arctic Ocean. And Charles' old pal, Craig, it's been a while. Well, whose fault is that? Above my pay grade, these questions, decisions, chap. Let's get inside and you can fill me in on the situation. Is it her? It's really her, Charles. They found her. How? Officially, this ship was studying the increasing Arctic ice melt as part of a wider climate change study. We suspect they're also studying whether that opens up oil drilling opportunities for the Russians. These are international waters, aren't they? Currently, 3 countries have submitted claims to the UN to parts of the tectonic ridge underneath us, Russia's one of them, and a little forward planning on their part. So they're studying the ice melt, and they're watching as a chunk of the ice shelf breaks away, and there it is, Baron von Strucker's plane. Still in one piece, mostly. WMD's on board rendered useless by the ice. She saved millions of people. And she was in there too, frozen for nearly 80 years. My god. Yep, unchanged from the day she went into the ice. Beyond me how it's possible. But SHIELD science guys think it had something to do with the Super-Soldier Serum. How's it going, Michelius? That brings us to now. We're in a real legal pickle. This is unprecedented. Russia knows they don't have a leg to stand on, so expect a lot of posturing. The US is prepared to make a fight for this. We'll try and reach an agreement on the interim measures today, before this goes to the International Court of Justice, whenever that is. That's kind of cool. I like the idea that because of where the plane crashed in this world, there's like a legal dispute on who technically owns Captain Carter. That's kind of cool. You're the last to arrive. The Russians and the Americans are already here, and the ICJ team is there. They're all in the break room with her now. They're storing the body in the break room? The body? Damn, they didn't tell you anything, did they? She's alive, Charles. Peggy Carter is alive. Charles Stevenson, meet Captain Carter. I'll leave you to it. Good luck. I like her old uniform. That's pretty cool. It's all good, Nick. Don't need to worry about that. It's all good. Thanks for the offer anyway. Captain Carter, I don't know what to say. It's an honor to meet you. I'm here on the behalf of Her Majesty's government. Her? Well, that's new. Please call me Peggy. I gather I'm long past retirement age. This, well, it must be all a great shock to you. It took me a day or so to accept this wasn't some Hydra mind trick. I rather regret the bruises I inflicted in the meantime. Let's take our seats and begin, shall we? There are 2 issues to discuss, salvage and Miss Carter's unprecedented status. I suggest we start with the latter. I'd like to hear your positions, Bob. The US government believes that the matter of the official secrets and related national security concerns override any others, and Miss Carter should immediately return to the US with us until further notice. Miss Carter was on a secondment to the US division under Allied agreement and was never a US citizen, but therefore it is the position of the British government that the US has no right to make such a claim. Miss Carter is to return with me. Don't I get a say in this? Once each nation's final position has been settled, you'll have legal teams assigned for any further details that need to be hammered out. This is an outrage. Russia will not tolerate America or Britain meddling in our legitimate operations. Neither of you has any right to. If you think we'd even consider releasing a US military innovation like the Super-Soldier Serum into your hands, you're out of your mind. That's a good point. I wouldn't want to give Russia that anyway. You have no jurisdiction here. Neither do you. It isn't your territory. He's quite right. You don't think you can come swanning in here and do as you please. Gentlemen. Well, really? You don't have an empire anymore, coming and taking as you please. Gentlemen. I'm a fine one to talk. That's what you're trying to do here. Gentlemen. Smashes the table. That's good. They got people on like Zoom. That's funny. Thank you. Now tell me, am I still a British citizen? Oh, yes, I am fairly certain you are. Well then, I think I would like to go home. I'll leave it to you gents to clean up this mess. That was 2 months ago. It has been a period of adjustment. I had been MIA since 1945. No British government since has felt it politically astute to declare the Super-Soldier officially dead. There's been a salary and then a pension amassing in my bank account for nearly 80 years. That gives me a bit of breathing space and time to think. She did the old Futurama Fry where he's had like a little bit of money left in his account, and with the interest over the years it became a fortune. I took an apartment in a familiar area to help me reconnect to London. I like the art here, how she's in like a cafe stuff, but it's with all the older people, like people of her generation. I think that's kind of cool. Sort out old haunts, some still standing, some not. I can't hide away. I have to roll my sleeves up and put in the work and live in this world. And there are positives. The food is much better. Tacos, can't complain about tacos. So I face worst, even if I'm baffled by modern computers, so much more advanced than the giant machines I worked with at Bletchley Park. I'm told it's okay to tell you about that now. If someone could explain why the smallest computers are called phones and yet no one seems to use them to call anyone, I would be very grateful. That's a good point. The television dramas move so fast, I feel like I might get nausea. And they show a lot more skin than I'm accustomed to. And I don't really understand the music, or quite why young people feel the need to play it so loud. How's it going, Trenro? Margaret, what can I... It's the volume, isn't it? This is my neighbour, Harley. Lovely girl, lives above me, also works above me, which is fine, but sometimes she forgets how thin the floors are. It's the volume. If you could just turn it down a touch, I'd be grateful. It's gone 11. Oh, fuck me. I am so sorry. I've been trying to finish this track all day, and I haven't done so... I'm going to read that again. This track all day, and I think it's done, so I had to listen to it on the speakers. I was so in my head about it, and I didn't know what time it was. I'm sorry. It's alright, I just have a meeting in the morning. So I'm guessing this is part of her supporting cast, this woman named Harley. You never told me what you do. Oh gosh, it's dreadfully dull. I wouldn't want to bore you with it. I'll keep these on for the rest of the night, promise. Good night, Harley. Best of luck with the music. It sounds very energetic. So where is she going? She's number 10 Downing Street. Ah, Captain Carter. Marvellous, marvellous. Do come in. Just Margaret now, Prime Minister Williams. Margaret Carter. Nonsense, you're a national hero, an icon. Wear the title with pride. How are you settling in? Well enough, Prime Minister. Please call me Harry, we're all friends here. I imagine that there have been quite a few changes since you were last home. A lot of progress, huh? Quite, it's a lot to take in, but your people have been doing an admirable job at getting me to speed. Now Peggy, may I call you Peggy? I didn't just call you in for a little catch-up. We've got an idea and we want to run it by you. We're in a period of great excitement and change, and you are to date with Britain's positions vis-a-vis your friends in other countries. Broadly, not up to the finer details, but your people have been filling me in. I've never been one to sweat the details, Peggy, and I believe in bold action. We have people to sort out the details, eh? What I'm interested in, what we're all excited about is the broader vision, the opportunity of a lifetime to take back control of Britain's destiny, remind the world why we are called Great Britain, and I want you to be part of that. I'm going to bring back the British Empire. I'm sure you are aware that you're not the only superhero out there anymore. I'm hardly a superhero, Harry. I just did my duty. Piffle, Peggy. Nonsense, you were the very first superhero. Now it seems like another one pops up every day. What was the name of that new group? The Fantastic Five. That's it. Typically yank lack of modesty. What? I really wouldn't know, Harry. There is the crux to the problem. Superheroes are exciting, powerful, inspiring, and nearly every bally one of them is American. I believe you are returning to us at a historic time like this is a sign of Britain's greatest wartime hero coming home as we take our first steps back into the world and place our flag once more. Harry, with all due respect, you make it sound like I achieved what I did alone, and any success I had was due to the support of my comrades, my commandos, Howard Stark, Steve Rogers. Listen to her, that's the modesty, the quiet determination, just what we need. We want you to take your place as Great Britain's great hero once again. I took the liberty of having some of the boys down at the MOD mock up a new uniform for you. Isn't it cracking? It's a pretty good uniform. I quite enjoy this uniform. It's very good. I like that it's different from the What If one and it's not just a straight copy. Harry, I have always done my duty, but I never wanted to be a public figure. You'll have our best people to give you all the media training you need. But this isn't all PR. Superpowered crime is up worldwide. We need people like you. You'll be working with an agency we've created to combat this new threat, this special tactical reserve for international key emergencies, Strike. You'll have a liaison agent, lovely girl, used to play rugger with her father. I'm guessing rugger is rugby. She's waiting outside to meet you, actually. Lizzie Braddock. It's an honor, Captain. Nice to meet you, Lizzie. So we've got Elizabeth Braddock. We're going to get any of the other Braddocks? Is Captain Britain around? Marvellous. Shall we get some photos done? Harry, I just need a minute. I find myself in an entirely new world and I like time to adjust. I am truly thankful for everything you are doing for me, but I'm not ready for all of this just yet. Peggy, of course, my dear. We won't force you to do anything you don't want to. At least let me give you your shield back, eh? Lizzie, drive Captain Carter home for me, would you? I think you'll get along swimmingly. Driving back, that look that he gave us there, that's I don't know. I'm gonna force her hand. I don't think I'll be streaming Tiny Tina. I'm not too interested in Borderlands, and Tiny Tina doesn't really float my boat or anything. Probably won't be streaming that. I'm so sorry you had to deal with that. Harry has a way with assuming people will do what he wants. Fortunately, he's charming enough that he's usually right. Oh, don't worry about me. He's not the first man I've encountered like that in my career. You know, you were at the same college at Oxford as my grandfather, not Jacob Braddock? The same. Good Lord, what a coincidence. Yes, I remember him. I feel like I should apologize to you for that as well. Oh, thank God. I thought he was going to have to pretend he was an absolute swine. Haha, no, he never did change. I'm sorry. I like that. They've got some sort of shared history. That's cool. Oh, don't be. The old bastard's been dead for years. Yes, I'm finding that to be the case for a lot of people I knew. Look, if you need someone to talk to about this, I'm here. Thank you, but I'm coping. I've had several weeks now to get used to the idea. I wonder though, could we take a detour? There is something I've been meaning to do. Oh, so she's seeing her family. The part that sticks is knowing that they spent the rest of their lives thinking I was dead. Grieving is one thing, but grieving for a lie is such a waste. I bet they were so proud of you though. Oh yes, I'm sure Mother never approved of my choices, but it was only ever out of worry for my safety. Do you need some time alone? I can wait in the car. You don't need to do that. I can find my own way home. One thing that hasn't changed much is the buses. If you're sure you have my number if you need anything. Mum, Michael, Mum and Dad. I'm fine, I just need a moment. Just give me a moment. Our whole family died. There's no one left there for her. I was so sure of my place in the world before, who I was fighting and who I was fighting with. My commandos, Bucky, Dugan, that infuriating Howard, Steve. That world is gone. I need to find my place in this one. Maybe I don't have. Oh, there's a car. It's out of control. It's going to hit us. Everybody brace yourself. We're about to be hit. Car hits. Get up, Carter. Anyone who can move knows first aid. I need you to help me assess the people who can't. Everyone else who can move, I need you to make your way off the bus safely. Driver, you need to turn the engine off. It wasn't an accident. She's gonna throw her shield. That's a cool shot. Just bounces it off the terrorist people who are after her. Coming for me is one thing. Hurting innocent people to get to me, that's quite another. The car. He's got a rocket launcher. He's aiming into the crowd. Oh. She catches the rocket with her shield and loses her shoes. If someone loses their shoes, that means they die. But she's alright because she's a super soldier. And she charges the men. Who are you? Why are you doing this? Hail, Hydra. And he dies because he has a cyanide capsule. Cyanide, he's dead. And the bikers are long gone. Lizzie called me an hour later to tell me they have a meeting this morning with Williams and his team at Strike's head office. I didn't sleep a wink. Everything from my time is gone, except this. Just a second. I knew you looked familiar. Harley, good morning. You're Captain fucking Carter. Yes, I am Harley. I really have to go to work. I'm running late. How are you still alive? You must be like 100 years old. Harley, work. Right, work. Wait, work? Is work being a superhero? Yeah, okay, cool. We will definitely be chatting later, Captain Carter. So, it's out there. That's okay, I'll talk this through with Williams's people and we can come up with a plan to deal with this. It'll take time for the word to spread, and I've got a day or two at least. I've got time to prepare myself. No, you don't. This is the age of technology. Do you have a comment for the people of Britain? Being continued. Definitely getting the feeling that guy, the Prime Minister, orchestrated this because it just so happened, she didn't want to be Captain Carter. She gets attacked by people who are Hydra. So I get the feeling there's something fucky going on there. Something fuck is going on. But yeah, no, that was cool first issue. I like the whole woman out of time storyline, kind of mirroring Steve's, but like it's really different because it's set in London. It's Captain Carter as a woman and everything, and it feels like a little bit like the Ultimates in that way, in that it feels very realistic since it got into like the nitty-gritty politics of a soldier coming back from the dead and the soldier being found in international waters. So like, who does she technically belong to? I think that's kind of interesting, and hopefully they keep that up throughout the series, because I like diving into the whole geopolitical stuff of Captain America, Captain Carter, and all that sort of stuff. Interesting supporting cast, Lizzie Braddock, you got the Prime Minister, who might not be who he says he is. You've got Harley, her upstairs neighbor, who I guess it's not flat out said, but I guess she's a DJ or something, which is kind of cool. Again, it doesn't feel like a copy of Steve's supporting cast. And I like that Steve and Bucky and all that get mentions because they technically did exist in this world. They're obviously long dead, though I imagine she might end up fighting a Winter Soldier who will probably end up being Steve, much like how they kind of teased that with What If. So yeah, no, that was a really cool first issue. It's off to a good start, good thriller sort of setting, mystery for Captain Carter to deal with, and I like that she's asking to deal with, because it seems to be set in present day, like 2022, so I imagine she's got to deal with all sorts of technological advances and stuff, which will be fun to see. So yeah, that was a great first issue. So we're gonna head to our second issue, which is The Reckoning War by the Reckoning War Trial of the Watcher, a continuation of the Reckoning War event. How's it going, Chemdog? Yeah, if she lost a shoe in that fight, but when people lose their shoes, we see it all the time in videos, usually means they're dead. I'm pretty sure she is getting a new costume, Tenno. They kind of teased it at in the middle of this issue, and I guess we'll see it in the next issue, where she's actually suited up and everything.